Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at Warbotron's WB03-D Double Strike, or Strife as I call him. And the box is epic, but not that descriptive. It looks amazing. As you can see, nice detailing here. And you can open it up. And you have a little string here to pull on if you want to get everything out. Now I'm gonna get it back into position. Yoink! So this is the first piece in the combiner Computron that we're going to take a look at. And it's an old figure. I think it was made first in 2005. Maybe. It has been reissued a couple of times, but the strange thing is it's still the best Computron out there. There is no competition whatsoever. And I do like this, even though you can tell the age of the figures, they do stand out and are still awesome. And the quality is wow, but more on that later. Let's get up and close with him to see the details. You have nice light piping here. You can actually see some of it if I do like that. The face is really nice. The mouth, because there is one, is really, really small and a bit pouty, and I think that's so cute. The chest is just magnificently sculpted and detailed and painted. There is so much paint on this figure, I can't describe it. Okay. Going down, you can see still a lot of detailing. Gold paint, gunmetal gray, and red plastic feetsies. Turn him around. And you can see the folded wings with the nice transparent plastic mesols down here. And not too many screws visible, thank God. And we have the lethal, and I mean lethal cannon here. I'm going to show that off in alt mode. Be careful with this one. Even Megatron has to take care when he's in front of this.
No, I don't!
Shut up. Oh, sorry. And it's a bit loosey-goosey, but that's okay. For articulation, the head can turn 360, and here we can see why the light piping is so good. The arms can go out to there, can turn a 360, and you have a bicep rotation. Like so. You have, if you hold the bicep, you have an elbow rotation as well. Quite squeaky one. It's on a mushroom peg. And the arm can do almost the full bend. Because it's, well, they use every hinge they have. And he doesn't get any higher up if you lose the gun. But if we do lose the gun, we can actually take a look at the hands, which we need to do. The fingers are on one peg, like that, so you can open and close them. And his pointing finger is a bit more folded out. It looks good in this, on this size robot, I think. It works. Doesn't have to be individually articulated fingers. He has a waist rotation. It's not wasted on him. His legs can go not too far in front and not too far back. He can do the full splits, not the Motormaster splits, but still the splits. You have a thigh rotation. You have, if you fold this away, you have a 90-degree bend at the knee. And, of course, you have your little foot here. And unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything besides go up and down. But if you want to put him in a wide pose, he is still very stable and it looks fairly okay. So that's it for articulation. Now, let's get his arm body in. And you can clearly see that they are from the same set and they look good together. He's a bit taller than Strife, but when you compress them together, they look about the same height in arm mode. I do fancy the wheels on this one being up and about in arm mode. I kind of lack stuff on him in arm mode, but still, it works and it looks good. Yoink! Let's get him transformed to alt mode. You start by looking out for this. You don't want to trigger this while transforming him, so we fold this a bit away, like so. We take the arms and fold them up. We turn the head around. We turn the waist around. Lot of turning things around. And we're not done yet. The shoulder pieces should go in like that on both sides. And now comes the fiddly part. These bicep swivel thingies should go backwards. And before we fold anything down, we fold the fists down like that. And while we're doing that, this is a bit fiddly, yes, I know. You turn at the elbow rotation here. So this forms a wall of some kind like that. Because there's a tab here, and this is going in there. So we move that backpack out to the side, taking care not to fire the little missile. You fold that down and you put this tab in that port there. Now, this was the easy side, because now we have to play with this. So it's a bit more difficult on this side, but we will make it work. You turn that in. You open this up, fold the fist in, and then at the elbow rotation, squeaky one, squeaky, squeaky. You fold that down and you tab that in, if you're able. You have to look in front to see that these two are straight, because if they aren't, they won't tab in here or even stay tabbed in. Okay. And now comes the scary part, because now we have to pull this back and over, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of stretching going on here, but we will do it like so. Just to make you see, I'm going to hold here, sorry. You push down there so that it tabs in and locks everything nicely into place, like that. This has to go over his head. It doesn't hide it really well, but still, you don't see his face. You take the wings and you fold them out like so. My insignia is on the underside, but I don't care. It looks good in combine and robot mode, and that's the modes I use him in. Okay, fold the side pieces down because they're going to lock in the legs. The legs are on a, the wings are on a slider like this. And you need to slide them halfway and turn them upwards like that. because there's a little rail here, and that tab is going in that rail, and you push it back, like so. And we do the same thing with this side, and I have to squish it a bit upwards. Either you do it to high or to low. And now it's in there, and we're almost done. Yay! There are 2 tabs and port bodies in here, and you have to get them together. Squeezy, squeezy, like so. And now, these side pieces, these tabs, go into those ports. If we have lined everything up correctly, it will. That side worked. This side, it worked as well. Good. Now we have to fold down the landing wheels, so we can just put it down. And now bring in the guns as well. You fold these down, the handles, and you put this in. And here we really have to use the Master Force. As you can see, it is a bit difficult. But there we have him. Now, let's go back to the wings here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 different hinges here. The 2 first ones should be straight out. That should go up, and this should be aligned upwards, and this just goes to the side. Okay, let's do that on the other wing as well. Something like that. And here we have him in his alt mode, and it's quite big and nice looking. These bots aren't really cartoon accurate because they are so stylized, but they still fit the part, I think. And we can go through the detailing. Now we can actually see the guns close up. Really nice. The dangerous piece. Gold rockets and gold plating here. And the nice missiles on the side. And I think this is rocket or something? I don't know. To me, this is just a combiner port. Lot of painted details, as you can see, as we saw in robot mode as well. He has visible head syndrome, but he doesn't have visible face syndrome, so I think it's okay. And this is what he looks like from above. And this is what he looks like from beneath. You don't really have any articulation. You can fold the wings around and turn them around if you want to. These can fold however you like. You can't really make them flat. You can, but not really. Almost. If that's what you want, if it tickles your fancy. But that's not the official transformation, so I'll go back to that one, I think. Like so. And now I'm going to show you this. I actually have an indentation in my set here due to this. But I'll show it off anyway. That's how dedicated I am. You have a little switch here. And when you pull it, as you can see, it fired instantaneously and it's really hard. I actually broke a glass with that missile. So don't point it at any eyes or such. I'm just gonna get that missile. There it is. Get in. Good. Okay. We're going to compare him to Scattershot now. And to get Scattershot in, I need his stand to actually make him visible. And Scattershot is without a doubt the most beautiful thing in this set. In every mode. But we'll come to that when we get to Scattershot in the penultimate video. And now I'm going to lift him off his stand so you can actually see how they look side by side. And as you can see, they're quite big, both of them. Scattershot being a bit larger, of course. He doesn't even fit the camera, I think. And I mean, they aren't really Earth vehicles, so they look quite nice in this way, I think. But let's get him to arm mode. And to do that, we just strip him of everything. And now he's all naked and scared. Well, maybe not. You fold the wheels back up and tab this off his chest and get his arms up and about, like so. You close these up. And now we fold them down on the side there. This is so stiff. You're supposed to have that piece up and a squeaky one up, because this is going to that port. Just for resting, not for tabbing in or anything like that. But you should be tabbed in, why aren't you? Okay. Like that. The other arm has to do the same thing. Squeaky, squeaky. Lemon freaky. No. Like that. And we're going to put them in a better place later on. Let's pull him apart. Oof. Ow. Okay. Ow. We pulled out his legs. Then we're going to turn his waist. And rotate his torso upwards, like that. So we can see the combine peg. We're going to angle up his old chest and put his head inside. Now, it's important that you have the face upwards, because the combiner port can actually mangle that beautiful face. So, take care of that. Now, the manual says to put this inside, but if you do, he can't really move about with his arm. So I tend to use it in the upward position, but I fold out the combiner peg like so. I fold this up. No, sorry. In the wrong configuration here. I fold this little thing up to lock the arm into place. And if you want to have a bicep swivel, you don't do that. But I do, because I think it makes everything just stable. And if you do that, you have to do it on the other side as well. It doesn't tab in, but it doesn't look strange. Like that. Now, we're going to go up here. This little thing goes down like so to just hide this open space up. You bring the guns in, and this is the tricky part. You have to push them in like really tight, like so. And before I put this in, these little pegs here, those are going into that hole, which is just strange. But let's fold the arms away so I can actually work like so. Put these in with the Master Force, and be careful not to shoot the missile away. And now they are going to go forward. You have this backpack on a slider. It should be at the topmost level to tab that in. And when that's done, you can turn these arms back over. I'm so scared of firing that missile. This side always is harder due to the fact it's locked in on the other side. Okay. Now you bring back the wings. You put them in here. Thump, to hide all that up on both sides. And now we come to the final part of this transformation. You separate the legs, you fold the feet up, and you bring in a little combiner piece, and you put it in here. And now you have 3 ports and tabs and stuff like that inside. So you need to line them all up and squeeze them together, like so. Then you bring in another piece that will actually hold everything together. And it can be difficult to tab in if you're not using that Master Force. And you can see it's taking a toll on my fingers. We come to the back, and now we slide the wings upwards, like so. And then you slide them down again until they hit that tab. Then you fold them in. You fold them in, and these are supposed to be folded in as well, so it looks like that. And you do the same on the other side. You fold this down, fold that in, fold that piece in, and now you have double tabs and ports here that should, I don't know if you see that there, but they're supposed to come together like that. And they actually did. Good. And this is the arm mode. We just need a hand. Let's connect the hand. And when I did that, these came off. But this is the hand. And this is the arm mode. And it looks really nice. It's a very tall arm mode as well, with lovely articulated fingers. And due to the fact that these hips are softer joints than these, you actually get the arm bend in the right position. Yay for arms. It looks quite good from every side. So Compared to the other arm, this backpack is kind of small. You can either accept that or make the other one smaller, but we'll get to that when we get to that video. So, for my concluding thoughts on this robot, he is utter epic. The detailing is sublime. He is very, very poseable, even though he's a very old bot. He has a lot of movement in joints and so on. And he looks really nice with the light piping, and the alt mode looks really cool. And the arm mode looks cool, even though I wish he had more shoulder action going on than just his backpack. I wish his feet would do more, but one can't be picky when you have such a good bot as he is. And I know I say this a lot, it wears thin in the end, unfortunately, but I do so mean this. If you can find them still, buy them. They are epic. The plastic is so good, I actually cut myself, and you have to be wary of this one, but otherwise they are sublime. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.